Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Real Spiritual Clarity. My name is Richard, and let's get started. Please listen, love, and forget. We're going to be using the Vice Versa Tarot, the Intuit Oracle. We're going to be using the Heart Shape 2 to see what Divine Masculine wants to say, Divine Feminine. And we're going to end with some of these Message of Love Oracle cards to see what Spirit is going to tell us what's going on at this moment in the journey between the two of them. Okay? And also, I was shuffling the cards before, and I was shuffling Intuit Oracle cards, and three of them fell out. So during the reading, I'm going to pull the other ones, but those three I'm going to incorporate in the reading also. Okay. I always know that whenever something happens, even before you get ready to do your reading, it has something to do with that reading. Okay. And first card out is Eight of Pentacles. So, you see, he's really diligently working on that one pentacle. He could be really trying to get clear on what's been going on in himself, in his own mind. You know, he's been trying to work on himself, trying to get himself together. There could be a lot of crazy emotions going on. Maybe he's working on his inner child. But anyway, there's a lot of, I think, inner child work that he's doing. He's starting to clear all those skeletons out of his closets. And, he's trying to get himself totally together. So when he does come back, there'll be no scattered thoughts or no scattered way of thinking. Okay. And that was the Eight of Pentacles. And now, King of Wands. So, he is definitely a passionate king. He's already grounded. You know, he's trying to open up his heart somewhat. I see this green cloak around his neck. He has a lot of greenery around him. So he's looking to grow in this relationship. I also see a chameleon like between his legs. So he's ready to adapt. You know, he's ready to what's the word I'm looking for? He's ready to collaborate with Divine Feminine, to give and take with her. Because with that chameleon, it can adapt to any place that it's in. It can look like wherever it is. And he's ready to adapt. He's ready to change from those old way of thinking to working with Divine Feminine so that they can work together to have a great life together. Okay, that was the King of Wands. And now, the final card is Two of Cups. Because he knows this is the real deal. You know, he knows she is the one for him and he's the one for her. He loves her, he cares for her, he admires her. I think they feel that way about each other. And, you know, it's time for him to make that decision, which he's going to actually come back to her and actually work on this thing so that it can become a uniform, they can become a unit, you know. He knows that it's not just physical, it's mental, mental, physical, and spiritual. So he knows that this is meant to be. This is divinely guided. It took him a while to figure that out, but finally, he got the aha moment where he knows that this is something that is meant to be. Okay, that was the Vice Versa Tarot. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment so you know when I'm on here. Now I'm going to be using these Intuit Oracle cards. And the first Intuit Oracle is the Fox. He's getting away from this, or it could be that the people that were around him were foxes. You know, they were all about themselves, deceitful, cunning, sly, and crafty. He's getting away from these people. He's separating himself from these people that no longer serve him. Because this is the type of life that he was living. He's tired of this. He wants to get away from this and start living a just, loving, caring, honest life with his divine feminine. That was the Fox. And now the next Intuit Oracle card is, please like, subscribe, share, and comment so you know when I'm on here. And please watch the full video because this message is throughout. And take what resonates and leave the rest. Okay. And the next Intuit Oracle is, it says, this could be a Leo that you're working with, but it says the timing is within 7 days to 14 days, which is between a week to 2 weeks. Okay. So he's ready to come back. He's ready to express himself to his divine feminine. Like I said, it could be a Leo that you're working with, but that doesn't mean it specifically is. The message is within 2 weeks, you should be hearing something from some of these divine masculines. Everybody's on a different journey, but some of them are going to be responding within a week to 2 weeks. Okay. And your next Intuit Oracle is, it is the Phoenix. Because he wants to transform. He wants to have a rebirth. He's getting ready to renew this relationship. Okay, he's already awakened, and he's clearing and purging those people that no longer serve him. Okay, so this is the Judgment, and he knows that he's totally been judged. You know, he knows that within himself he has been judged, also through all of the towers and lessons that he's been through. He's been judged also. And now the next Intuit Oracle is just one card, Spirit. And there it is. Double rainbow. It says divine intervention. It says duality, perfect timing, ascension, good luck, cohesiveness. So remember I told you he wants to work together with her. And this is, like I said, divinely guided. He knows with that Two of Cups that it's his spiritual, physical, and spiritual, and man, it's a shame when your mind goes away. But anyway, he knows they're meant to be. Okay, and it says on here that it's divine intervention. It's been a while, and a lot of procrastination, but Spirit is coming in and really lighting the fire right now to have these things move forward that are meant to be. Okay, and the 3 cards that fell out before the reading are Wine, which right now it says this thing is developing over time, and it's going to develop, it's going to ripen. It's going to age very well. When they come together, they're going to get along, they're going to work together, and they're going to have one of the best relationships anybody could possibly have. You're going to have ups and downs, but they're going to get together, they're going to get along, they're going to love and cherish each other, and they're going to make this thing come together, and they're going to make it work. Okay, so that was the Wine card. And it could be somebody likes wine also. And the next card is you could be working with an Aries. And like I said, that timing is 7 to 14 days. This card says 7 days. And it actually, it says that he's working independently. He's energetic. He's being a leader right now. He's not, this is the Emperor. This is the Emperor. So you know what? He knows that he did a lot of people pleasing. He did a lot of following people and listening to what they say. But at this point, he's discarding all of them. He's going to follow his own intuition and listen to what he knows for himself to be the best option, the best way of doing this. Okay. And the final card is the Beaver. And beavers are pretty busy workers. When they build those dams over that water, it takes a lot of them to have to work together. And it's a lot of work that has to get done. But once they get it done, it can stop that water from coming through. So he's very persistent right now because he knows this is going to pay off. He's being very determined. So previous to this, he may have just, oh, that's not going to work. It's not for me or whatever. But now, from those aha moments and those towers and lessons, he knows this is the person for him, Divine Feminine. Okay, that was the Intuit Oracle. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment so you know when I'm on here. Now we're using some of these heart-shaped Volume 2 Love Oracle cards. Let's see what Divine Masculine wants to say to Divine Feminine. And the first card out is... This one came out in the previous, I'm trying my best to forgive. He's trying his best to forgive himself. Because like I said, he had her in his fingers and he let her slip out. But this time when she comes back, he's going to make sure that she stays. She's not going to slip out this time. Okay? Now, of course, it's up to Divine Feminine, but if it's up to him and it's what he's doing towards the relationship, he's going to work damn hard to make sure that she stays. Okay? And the next heart-shaped 2 Love Oracle is... I hope you are doing well. He only wishes good things for you, Divine Feminine. He does not wish any ill or harm to you. Okay, like I said, previous to that, he wasn't awake, just like you weren't awake. So everybody had to wake up. Everybody had to get themselves together. Now that he's going to get his mind together to know exactly what to say when he comes back. He's going to come back and voice how he truly feels. And the next heart-shaped 2 is... I could lose myself in you. This is kind of what scared him. He was scared because he knew that he could. And he didn't know if he could be totally vulnerable with you. He was like, you know what? I never did this before. I never had to worry about being vulnerable to someone because I never felt like this about them before. But he knows at this point, like I said, he's breaking through all of these he's getting away from all those foxes, all of those fox mind thoughts, all those fox people, and he's starting to follow his own intuition. And he knows that at this point, he knows he could trust Divine Feminine 100%. Okay. And the final heart-shaped. Wow. Whoa. Way too many, but one was in front of me. That's the one I'm going to take. It says, I want to be strong like you. Yeah. He is. He's building up that strength and that courage to come back and to speak his truth to his Divine Feminine. Okay. And now the final cards is the Message of Love Oracle cards. And please like, subscribe, share, and comment so you know when I'm on here. The first Message of Love Oracle card is Passion. Remember I told you the King of Wands. It's a lot of passion. Okay, like I said, he's trying something new that he's never done before. The reason being because I believe these Divine Masculine and Divine Feminines are completely not their normal type. Okay, but they saw them, they caught their eye, they know how they feel, they fell in love, and now they're going to just go for it. So they're trying something they never did before. That's the passion. Okay. And the next Message of Love Oracle card is, there it is, Obsession. Someone in this connection is gripped by obsessive thoughts. He thinks about Divine Feminine night and day. He cannot get her off his mind. Okay? And that's not a bad thing because he knows that she's always was loyal to him. She always tried to do the right thing by him. She loved him. She always, made her way to help him. And he took it for granted. He took her kindness for weakness. But at this point, he can't get her out of his mind because he knows how much he wants to come back and he wants to clear the slate and make things better. Okay. That's Obsession. And the next Message of Love Oracle card is, there it is. It says, wait, timing is not quite right. Now, it says within the next 2 weeks. So I believe it's getting there. Okay. There was a lot of work that had to be done for both of them. You know, if without the separation, you guys couldn't come back together and have this relationship. So each person had to learn what the lessons they needed to learn. That's why this divine timing was very important. Okay. And the next message of love oracle card is abundance. You've done the work. Abundance flows to you now. So both of them have done their work, whether it's their inner child work, whether it's, you know, starting whatever they want to, whether it's a business or a new job or a new way of thinking. They did their work, and now it's going to pay off for them. Okay, that's the abundance that's going to be coming today. It could be financial abundance as well as a new relationship abundance. Okay, and I'm going to get a few more of these, and then I'm going to close out the reading. Message of love oracle card. The next message of love is, please like, subscribe, share, and comment so you know when I'm on here. One card, Spirit. There it is. Forgiveness. It says forgiving yourself or another will help you move forward. So I think one of these cards said that Divine Masculine is trying to forgive. So when it comes twice, you know, maybe Divine Feminine has to find it in her heart to forgive him. Maybe Divine Masculine has to really stop wrestling with himself and forgive himself. But in any event, the forgiving helps you as well as another. So forgiveness is very important. Okay? And the final message of love oracle card is, there it is. Lessons. Remember, I've been talking about these lessons in towers. This person is in your life to teach you a spiritual lesson. And that's the truth whenever you sneeze like that. So we know that all of these heartaches, all of these towers, all of these things were lessons that had to be done before they could come back together and have that beautiful relationship that they're seeking. I want to thank everybody for coming. I want to thank Spirit for letting us see, hear, and feel the things we need to in this reading. When you guys have these heart-to-heart conversations, please listen intently, please love unconditionally, and please forgive. I love all you guys. Have a great day. Bye.